If I tell you the reason you're losing fish is because of water quality, would you agree? Can you say for certain that the quality of your aquarium water is the best it could be? If you're not so sure, then you'll get a lot of value from this video because I'll go over 7 tips to help you achieve premium water quality so that not only your fish, but also your plants can be happy and healthy. Number 1. Filter maintenance is key. Filter maintenance is one of those things we know we should be doing, but let's be honest, it's easy to forget. At some point, I went without cleaning one of my filters for at least 5 months, and yet, it's one of the most important things you should do to keep premium water quality. Think of your filter as the heart of your tank. It's what's getting rid of harmful chemicals and debris and keeping things clean and clear. But here's the thing, your filter media needs regular cleaning, ideally every 4 to 6 weeks. If you wait for too long, the filter sponges will start to get clogged, and then it just doesn't filter as much water, leaving debris and waste swirling around. When you do clean it, don't rinse it under tap water. Tap water kills beneficial bacteria, so always clean it in a bucket of aquarium water instead. That way, your filter keeps pumping fresh, clean water without losing all that good bacteria working behind the scenes. Number 2. Using RO or distilled water. This can be a game changer, especially if your tap water is loaded with minerals or impurities. I remember the first time I tested my tap water, and such as how many extra things were in there. Let's just say it wasn't ideal for my fish. RO water gives you a totally clean slate. You're not dealing with anything extra, so you can add exactly what your fish and plants need. Now, straight RO or distilled water lacks minerals, which means you'll need to remineralize that water. This step is huge for balanced water chemistry, especially if you're keeping delicate species. Add the appropriate minerals back to the water using a remineralizer that fits the needs of your tank. Look for that sweet spot between 5 and 6 GH and around 2 KH, and you'll significantly improve your water quality. Number 3. Avoid overfeeding. One of the easiest ways to keep your water quality high is to avoid overfeeding. I get it, it's hard not to spoil your fish. But here's the thing, overfeeding leads to all sorts of issues like cloudy water, algae blooms, and even dangerous ammonia spikes. Basically, every bit of uneaten food breaks down, releasing waste and nutrients that mess with your water chemistry. To keep it under control, feed only what your fish can eat in a minute or 2. Also, it is always a good idea to have a good scavenger crew, like Amanos or Corridoras. Even if you're really careful, you might still overfeed a bit, and they'll take care of that for you. Guys, I know it's tempting to toss in a little extra, but trust me, less is more when it comes to feeding. Keep it light, and your fish will thank you. Guys, if you are enjoying the video, remember to like and subscribe so that I can continue to make content that is valuable and entertaining. Number 4. Regular water changes. Doing regular water changes can be a challenge, but the results are undeniable. I go for a 50% water change every week because it helps keep nitrates down. Nitrates might not seem like a big deal at first, but if they are left unchecked, they can creep up and stress your fish over time. Plus, a weekly water change removes excess fertilizers, so you are not accidentally feeding algae in your tank. Think of it like refreshing the air in a stuffy room. It's the quickest way to bring balance back. If that seems like too much work, try creating a system that works for you. Make it as easy as you can. At one point, I went as far as to make a completely automatic water change system for my tanks. Whatever works for you, to ensure that you can perform those weekly water changes. It's a simple, quick maintenance step that will help you keep your water clear and pristine. Number 5. Stabilize your pH and water hardness. Both pH and KH impact your fish and plants. pH measures how acidic or alkaline the water is, while KH is the buffering capacity, keeping that pH from swinging too much. Too much fluctuation and your aquarium can become a deadly trap. A solid KH keeps your pH stable, which is exactly what fish need to stay healthy. Plants appreciate it too, since stability helps them absorb nutrients effectively. If you're struggling to keep levels consistent, you can add buffers, use specific substrates, or even driftwood to help maintain that balance. Remember, it's not about hitting a perfect number, it's about keeping things steady. When pH and KH work together, they create a balanced environment, and that's when your tank really thrives. Number 6. Watch out for ammonia, nitrite, and nitrate levels. Keeping an eye on these levels is a must if you want premium water quality. Every time I build a new tank, I test weekly to catch any toxic spikes before they become a problem. Once your tank stabilizes, you can do this less often, about once a month or so. Ammonia and nitrite should always be at 0. Anything above that is dangerous for fish. And while nitrates aren't as immediately toxic, you'll want to keep them under 40 ppm. Higher nitrates might not hurt your fish right away, but over time, they can cause stress and even shorten their lifespan. Plus, high nitrates are a free meal ticket for algae, making your tank look like a green mess. Regular testing keeps you ahead of any issues, so you can make quick fixes and keep everything under control. Trust me, it's the simplest way to ensure a clean, safe home for your fish. Number 7. Control algae proactively. Controlling algae is all about staying a step ahead. A good algae eating crew is a huge help. Fish, snails, and shrimp can tackle problem spots before they spread. But it's not just about the cleaners. Stable water temperature is very important as well. I try keeping my tanks under 76 degrees Fahrenheit because cooler temperatures can help slow down algae growth, making it easier to manage. And here's something I've learned. Don't just scrape algae off and call it a day. Look closely at what kind of algae you're dealing with. Each type tells you something about your tank's balance. Green spot algae, you might need more phosphates. Black beard algae, it could be low CO2 or flow. Observing your tank like this gives you clues to stop algae at the source, keeping the water crystal clear and algae under control. These tips focused on proactive care and minimizing waste sources, which makes it easier to maintain premium water quality in the long run. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you all in the next one.